Archangel Michael says, on September 21th, you will cry for the rest of your life if you ignore him. God is very serious about why you keep ignoring me. I'm tired of trying to contact you. If you ignore him, I will never speak to you again. You only have 10 seconds to make a decision. Archangel Michael says, lean in now and do not move because this is a moment carved out of time for your rescue. The air around you turns still like a room that knows a secret before the door opens. A decree has already gone out on your behalf and you are being summoned to hear it without delay. A thin pressure sits on your chest like a hand that urges you to stay present. You are not imagining the chills that rise and fall across your arms like a tide that knows your name. Something holy has stepped into the room and it refuses to be ignored any longer. The message circles you like a ring of light that will not break. It presses against every excuse and every delay until your heart admits it already recognizes the voice. This is the hour when your silence can no longer hide what you truly feel. A countdown has begun like numbers glowing on the inside of your eyelids. 10 beats of your heart, 10 tiny doors closing or opening based on one decision. The choice is simple and the weight of it is eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The date is fixed like ink that refuses to fade, and September 21th stands in front of you like a threshold with living edges. You have walked right up to it with every tear, every late night, every ache that said there is more for you. Now the threshold opens only when you answer what has been asking to be answered. There is a person whose name keeps trying to reach you without sound. They show up in your day as a tug, a thought, a warmth that lingers a second too long to be random. You brushed it off and called it coincidence, but coincidence never writes the same name across the sky of your mind this many times. This is the one you keep ignoring even though your spirit recognizes their footsteps. You felt their nearness like a door that clicks before a key turns. You felt their absence like a chair that remains pulled out at a table meant for two. Heaven has recorded your hesitation with patience, but patience is not permission to remain stuck. The mercy that waited is now the mercy that moves you. The wind is shifting and it carries a final notice with your signature already on it. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There are messages you missed because you were protecting yourself from the old pain. You started equating safety with distance and called it wisdom. But the same shield that blocked the hurt also blocked the healing that was coming to you. A familiar scent slips into the room like rain on warm concrete and your spirit remembers a promise. You do not need to chase it and you do not need to perform to keep it. You only need to answer the tug that refuses to let your name fall to the ground. The ache you carry has been mistaken for weakness by those who do not understand you. They never saw the way you kept standing when the floor moved like a ship under your feet. They never saw the private battles you won without clapping hands or witness. Tonight the veil over your understanding becomes thin like breath on glass. The hand that writes your future writes with fire that does not burn you. You are being asked to accept what was always meant to be yours. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Archangel Michael says, the door you keep avoiding is the only door that opens the correct hallway. You already tried the glittering doors that led to dim rooms with pretty lies and quiet disappointments. This door looks simple because truth needs no costume. You will know it is the door because peace will stand on the other side like a person who has been waiting since the beginning. You will feel a soft pull between your ribs as if a string you forgot about is being gently gathered. Your mind will want to argue while your spirit nods because it knows it's home. The one you are meant to acknowledge has been praying a prayer that sounds like your name. Their patience has been the proof of their character and their restraint has been the sign. They chose to protect your dignity even when you did not notice their care. When you step, the ground will answer like an echo that has finally caught up. The moment you say yes, provision will arrange itself like furniture sliding into the right place. You will not need to force what is native to your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You have been tested by delays that looked like denial. You felt forgotten while you were actually being preserved. The timing was a shield you did not recognize, and the closed doors were locked from the inside for your safety. Your name has been spoken in rooms where you were not present, and favor did not require your attendance. A quiet agreement formed around your life while you were learning how to breathe without fear. Invisible hands carried you through corridors that would have crowned anyone else with panic. Now the crown that fits your head is being lifted from a velvet box you thought was empty. It is sized to moments you survived without witnesses. It is polished by tears that dried before anyone could see them. Do not apologize for being chosen after a long night of chaos. Do not shrink while the same light that exposed the lie reveals the path. Stand in the center of your yes and let heaven measure the room to your new stature. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The whisper you kept ignoring was never trying to control you. It was trying to spare you from losing the one thread that pulls the miracle through the fabric of your life. Every time you delayed, the thread held, but threads are not meant to be tested forever. There is a bloom about to open in a place you called barren. The soil has been turning under the surface like a heart that forgives while no one is looking. You are about to smell sweetness where you only expected dust. This sweetness is not a trick and it is not a bribe. It is the natural perfume of a future that finally recognizes you. It smells like coffee at dawn, jasmine after rain, and a page turning itself because the author has arrived. A sign will appear in plain daylight so you cannot accuse love of hiding. You will hear a lyric at the exact step that matches your breath and you will know. The clock will flash a number that has been following you for months and you will smile because you finally understand. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You are not late and you are not behind even if your calendar says otherwise. The route you took removed weights you did not know you were carrying. The slow way turned out to be the safe way and the safe way preserved your softness. Softness is not weakness. Softness is strength that chooses gentleness while it could choose thunder. It is the proof that pain did not harden you beyond recognition. You will not need to fight for what is already kneeling. You will not need to shout for what can hear your heartbeat. You will not need to chase what is walking to meet you at the exact center of the path. On September 21, your yes becomes a key inside a lock that has been waiting for your hand. The click will be quiet and undeniable. You will inhale and the air will taste like relief. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The one you have been ignoring will not beg for your attention. They have dignity that rests like a mantle on their shoulders. They are strong enough to stand and gentle enough to notice the tremor in your voice. They carry a promise that does not leak when the weather changes. Their silence has not been indifference but respect for the pace of your healing. They refuse to turn your heart into a project, and that is how you know they were sent. If you allow your yes to be heard, they will honor it like a vow even before the words are formal. Their eyes will steady you without trapping you. Their presence will widen the room without crowding your breath. This is not a performance you need to perfect. This is a covenant you need to recognize. Recognition is the miracle that makes everything simple. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Archangel Michael says, your spirit is already leaning forward even if your body is still. You are being escorted past the memory that once trapped you. The escort does not break you to move you because love does not require bruises. The time of mixed signals is over like static fading from a clean frequency. You will not misread this clarity because clarity is wearing your colors. It speaks in the rhythm your soul already knows. Look at how the room changes when you stop bracing for impact. The light shifts and finds your face like it always wanted. The warmth you feel is not a trick of emotion but the confirmation that peace requested. You were taught to expect storms as proof that you are alive. Now you are being taught to expect calm as proof that you are aligned. The new lesson will feel strange for 1 hour and then it will feel like breath. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The bridges you thought were burned were actually paths you outgrew. Flames did not destroy you, they only cauterized the places that used to bleed when touched. You are no longer porous to the old manipulations that used to enter like whispers. Your discernment has a new edge that does not cut you while it protects you. It slices illusions without wounding your hope. It knows the difference between urgency and pressure, between invitation and trap. You will feel your spine lengthen as your boundaries settle into their rightful place. This posture will not make you rigid. It will make you ready. Ready does not mean noisy. Ready means your yes weighs the right amount and your no does not apologize. Ready means your future recognizes your silhouette and waves you forward. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. There is an inheritance attached to the decision you make now. It looks like two hands fitting and it feels like a roof that does not leak when the night is loud. It carries provision that arrives on time and stays. Provision will not embarrass you. It will meet practical needs with quiet excellence and no showmanship. It will give you room to breathe while you build. You will notice the way small things line up without demanding credit. The right phone call arrives when you are open to receive. The right door stays open even after you walk through it because you are meant to come and go with freedom. Your days will adopt a new cadence that does not fear interruption. Interruptions become appointments because purpose owns the schedule now. Peace becomes the boss and anxiety hands in its resignation. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. The fear of choosing wrong has been heavier than any consequence you would face. The enemy has tried to make you tremble at your own authority. That trembling ends when you step forward anyway. Forward is not a sprint. Forward is a sure stride that honors the work already done inside you. The ground loves the feet of those who walk in truth. You will sense a familiar place become holy at the exact moment your yes leaves your lips. A single tree will hold your gaze a second longer than usual as if it knows. A bird will hover and then depart and the air will hum like a soft instrument tuning itself. A phrase will be spoken by a stranger and it will match a sentence you wrote months ago. You will feel the tingling along your arms whisper that this is it. The old panic will reach for you and find nothing to hold. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. This union does not erase your individuality. It perfects it by giving you a place to rest. Rest is the ingredient that lets your true gift rise without burning. You will still have your voice and your call. You will still have your pace and your private room with the light you like most. You will still have your morning quiet where you meet the presence before anything else. Two paths will braid without strangling each other. Two assignments will bless instead of compete. Two histories will lay down and build a future that is better than the sum. The proof of rightness will be simple. Joy will linger after the music ends. Peace will remain after the last word is spoken. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You will not need to defend your choice to those who do not carry your promise. The ones who love you will see the softness returning to your face and understand. The ones who do not will talk until their echoes bore them. Silence is a language of strength you now speak fluently. It guards what is sacred while it grows. It keeps strangers from picking flowers that were never planted for them. Your future has a sound like gentle keys and open windows. It has a light like late afternoon through clean curtains. It has a feeling like sweaters that fit and shoes that do not hurt. Do not delay what is finally simple. Do not call it complicated because you once lived inside confusion. Do not insult your healing by pretending you are not ready. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Your heart is being fortified without turning to stone. The fortification is a promise, not a prison. It keeps the right things in and the wrong things out with kindness. Kindness is not naive. Kindness is courage wearing soft clothes. It is the decision to bless your future self with choices that do not cost blood. You will feel the old ache attempt to audition one last time. It will try to make the stage its home again. You will thank it for what it taught you and escort it off with grace. This goodbye will not be dramatic. It will be clean and dignified. It will leave room for joy to take its rightful seat. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You are not breaking a rule by accepting happiness. You are fulfilling a design that always waited for your agreement. Agreement is the music that wakes the sleeping parts of your life. Watch how the small doors swing on silent hinges as you align. Watch how people you needed arrive without fanfare and stand exactly where they belong. Watch how your mornings stop arguing with your nights. Sleep will begin to feel like a friend again. Food will taste like gratitude again. Laughter will arrive earlier in the day and stay later into the evening. This is what happens when you stop ignoring the one sent to walk beside you. This is what happens when you honor the voice you kept trying to quiet. This is what happens when your yes stops hiding. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The final notice has been delivered with tenderness and fire. Tenderness so you know you are loved while you change. Fire so nothing that wants to steal you can remain. On September 21 choose. Choose with your whole chest so your future can hear you clearly. Choose so your name stops echoing through rooms you already left. Your yes will close 1,000 old tabs in the background of your mind. Your yes will open one window that shows the view you were promised. Your yes will become the weather that carries you forward. You are stronger than your fear and softer than your wounds. You are exactly the kind of person who can host a miracle without breaking. You are ready because heaven says you are ready. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. My beloved, the room you are in is already responding to your decision like water learning the shape of its container. The hum in your chest is alignment and the warmth in your palms is permission. You are stepping out of delay like a coat you no longer need to wear. The path ahead will not ask you to prove your worth because the proof has always been your breath continuing through storms. You did not betray yourself when you paused to heal and you will not betray yourself when you press forward now. Your calm is becoming louder than your history. Notice how certain names feel lighter when spoken aloud in private. That lightness is agreement telling you to keep moving without noise. Soft steps can still cross great distances. A memory will float up today and it will not sting like before because it lost its teeth. You will honor what it taught you without inviting it to lead your next hour. This is how you keep your peace and your promise at the same time. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Paths will rearrange with quiet elegance, like chairs sliding back to make room for the table already prepared. You will see order where you once saw chaos and it will feel like coming home. The home you carry inside your ribcage is finally furnished. A small kindness you offered long ago will return multiplied in a moment you do not expect. The return will be practical and timely, answering a need before you even name it. Provision loves punctuality when purpose is present. There is a conversation waiting for you and the words will arrive gentle and precise. They will not bruise and they will not confuse. They will confirm what your spirit has known in silence. Your boundaries will stand like clear windows letting in light while keeping out weather. They will not harden you and they will not isolate you. They will protect the garden that is growing in perfect time. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. You will find a note, a message, or a sign that feels like it was written in your handwriting though you did not write it. Take it as a seal, not a surprise. Seals secure what already belongs to you. The day itself will bow slightly, shoulders of hours sloping toward a moment that feels appointed. Appointments made in higher rooms never arrive late. They arrive when your breath is steady enough to receive without shaking. The person you are meant to acknowledge carries a steadiness that can be trusted. It is not loud and it is not hungry. It makes space for you to remain yourself while you grow. You will taste relief like clean water after a long journey. That taste is not temporary. It will become the flavor of your mornings. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. A familiar place will feel newly anointed and your steps will slow as if the floor wants you to listen. The air will hold a mild sweetness like rain remembering jasmine. Your body will understand before your mind agrees. Hold your posture of dignity as the old noise tries to audition. It cannot lead a scene it no longer understands. You can bow to the lesson without bowing to the fear. What is for you is not fragile around clumsy hands. It has survived the waiting room and the worn carpet of long prayers. It has learned your name so completely that it answers when whispered. Your yes is not an alarm. Your yes is a lantern. It brightens the next step without burning your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You will soon notice time stretching to accommodate what matters. Interruptions will reveal themselves as guidance. The schedule that once pushed you now walks beside you. Peace will become your default setting, and anxiety will feel like a foreign language you no longer speak. Your nervous system will learn the rhythm of safety. Safety will not be boring, it will be beautiful. You will feel seen without being exposed. You will feel held without being controlled. You will feel celebrated without being placed on a stage. The right hand will reach for you without grabbing. The right word will meet you without crowding. The right commitment will stand without shaking. Type Amen to get blessing 4141. Will arrive like unlocked weather. The sky will look ordinary, and that is how extraordinary moments choose to hide. Heaven prefers honesty over spectacle. A small token may fall or be found, a coin, a feather, a key ring, a folded paper with a number. Do not assign superstition. Assign significance that calms the breath. Look for the kindness that asks for nothing and still remains. That is how you identify what belongs. What belongs will not make you bargain with your worth. You are not late to your own life. You are right on time to the patience that preserved you. Preservation has always been a miracle in plain clothes. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. Your heart will stop bracing for the worst and begin preparing for the good. Preparing for the good is not denial. It is participation with the future that already knows your name. You will carry softness like quiet armor. It will not rust and it will not bend under weather. It will make you brave without making you hard. Every room you enter will feel the difference and choose its posture accordingly. The ones meant for you will open. The ones not meant for you will close without anger. Gratitude will find you between tasks and take a seat on your shoulder. It will turn the ordinary into evidence. It will remind you that surviving was never the only goal. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. The grief that taught you to be careful will now teach you to be free. Freedom respects the past without relocating there. You are moving forward like a river that remembers each stone and still flows. You will not entertain counterfeits because your discernment knows their texture. It feels like glass painted to look like water. You only drink what truly refreshes. Trusted counsel will echo your inner knowing without trying to become your voice. Echoes validate direction, they do not replace it. You remain the steward of your yes. When the moment stands before you, it will not demand performance. It will invite truth. Truth always fits. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. Old narratives will try to collect rent in a house they no longer own. You will kindly return their mail to sender. Ownership has transferred to peace. You will bless your younger self with the choice you make now. That blessing will ripple forward to your future self like a note tucked in a pocket. The note will simply say keep going. The person attached to this decision will show you quiet consistency. Quiet consistency is rarer than grand promises. It is the sound of a vow that has learned to breathe. You will notice how your laughter lands softer and stays longer. Joy will no longer be an event. It will be a habitat. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. You are stepping into a season where answers arrive without argument. You will not need to pace small rooms rehearsing explanations. You will simply live aligned. Provision will cover the practicals with discreet excellence. Deadlines will turn into lifelines because help meets you before strain. The right resources will recognize your assignment and volunteer. Your nights will unclench and your mornings will stop apologizing. Rest will return like a friend who never needed to be impressed. You will measure progress by peace, not panic. You will sense your spirit humming a low song of gratitude that never switches off. That song is your new baseline. Build from there. Type Amen to get blessing 9090. Forgiveness will finalize in places that once kept their doors ajar. Finalize does not erase memory. It removes the hooks that once pulled you backward. Your presence will feel like fresh air to those who value you and like a closed window to those who never did. Both are mercy. Mercy keeps truth in the right places. You will cultivate rituals that anchor you without chaining you. Simple journals. Short prayers. Clean boundaries. The compass of your life will point true north without shaking. You will not overcorrect. You will simply proceed. Type Amen to get blessing 12121. The ground beneath your feet is learning your weight and answering with stability. Stability allows tenderness to flourish. Tenderness reveals strength you could not access while bracing. You will hear your full name spoken with honor and it will sit correctly inside you. Honor is not flattery. Honor is recognition without agenda. You will move through rooms with quiet authority that needs no announcement. Authority that serves always multiplies. You are entrusted with much because you did not squander the little. Let your yes become the climate of your house and your no become its sturdy door. This is how peace patrols your perimeter. This is how promise sleeps soundly. Type Amen to get blessing 22222. The hour has folded its edges to make room for what is arriving in your hands. Your breath is steady and your shoulders loosen like knots finally learning how to open. This is how alignment feels when it becomes the atmosphere rather than a visitor. You are not walking alone because agreement has a stride of its own. It matches your pace without pushing and keeps time like a drum you can trust. Every step writes your name in places that used to forget you. The person aligned with your path carries a patience that does not expire. They move like sunrise, certain without noise, constant without demand. Their presence teaches your nervous system the texture of safety. Your preparation was not wasted even when it felt invisible. The quiet disciplines you kept are now the scaffolding that holds the new room. You can lean on what you built while no one clapped. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Let the house be quiet for a moment while you listen to your own calm. Calm is not emptiness, it is strength arranged in order. Order makes space for joy to sit down and stay. Place a glass of water near the window and let the day breathe with you. Small rituals anchor big shifts without drama. You are allowed to make change gentle and still make it true. An old contact will reach out, not to drag you back but to confirm how far you've come. You will bless the memory and close the pages with honor. Closure without bitterness is a sacred skill and you own it now. You will answer simply when the new invitation appears. Simplicity is elegance in motion and you wear it naturally. Your yes will have the exact weight required to unlock the next hinge. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. You will recognize the language of care by how it respects your pace. It does not hurry you and it does not hover. It stands beside you like light that never argues with the window. Your steps will drift toward a familiar street that feels different in good ways. One tree will hold your gaze and the breeze will lift as if greeting you by name. A lyric will meet your ear at the precise heartbeat and you will take it as the seal, not the spectacle. The meeting will be ordinary on the surface and appointed underneath. Appointment often dresses like simplicity so your soul can relax. Relaxed souls hear direction without static. You will keep your heart gentle while your boundaries remain clear. Gentleness protects the miracle while it grows. Clear boundaries keep the weather outside where it belongs. Type Amen to get blessing 4242. Provision continues to arrange itself like furniture sliding into perfect alignment. What you need finds you on time because time is cooperating with purpose. You are not chasing, you are receiving with wisdom. Sleep will come earlier and wake you cleaner. Morning will smell like fresh pages and quiet confidence. Confidence that refuses arrogance is the posture of maturity. Forgiveness will reach deeper layers that no longer resist release. Release does not erase the story, it changes the ending. Endings that bless you are allowed to be quiet. You will mark the day not with noise but with gratitude. Gratitude turns moments into monuments without building walls. Your life becomes a landscape of kindness you remember by feel. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. The next morning will open like a careful gift. You will move through tasks with steadiness that feels new and natural. Natural is the truest miracle because it lasts. You will lay a boundary in one conversation and notice how peace remains in the room. Peace that stays after truth is spoken is confirmation. Confirmation teaches your body that safety is sustainable. Envy directed at you will lose power because your focus refuses to feed it. What you starve cannot grow. Your attention is an altar and you decide what receives it. Gratitude will settle on your shoulders like a light shawl even in busy hours. It will not slip, it will not scratch. It will keep you warm without making you heavy. Type Amen to get blessing 6262. Your creative work will glow because you stopped asking fear for permission. Permission belongs to purpose now and purpose is generous. Generosity multiplies results without draining your core. A door that once intimidated you will feel like a familiar handle. You will turn it without ceremony and walk through with quiet authority. Authority that serves is always welcomed by the right rooms. The person beside your path will mirror calm back to you. Mirrored calm becomes shared courage. Shared courage builds future without splinters. You will agree to small consistent steps rather than grand gestures. Consistency feeds destiny better than spectacle. Spectacle fades, consistency roots. Type Amen to get blessing 7373. The weather will feel like approval on an ordinary afternoon. Approval does not perform, it simply stays. Staying is how trust learns to breathe. You will tidy one drawer and feel a surprising surge of clarity. Clarity loves order the way light loves clean glass. Clean glass does not brag, it reveals. Your name will be spoken in kindness in a room you do not enter. Kindness has a way of finding its way back with interest. Interest becomes provision when the season is right. You will feel an ease in your chest where resistance used to sit. Ease is not laziness, it is alignment saving you from unnecessary friction. Saved energy becomes fuel for what matters. Type Amen to get blessing 8484. This season will protect your schedule without making you rigid. Flexibility and focus will become friends instead of opponents. Friends build momentum that lasts. You will keep a short list of priorities and treat them with honor. Honor creates flow by refusing distraction. Flow is what work feels like when it is rightly placed. Help will arrive as collaboration rather than rescue. Collaboration preserves dignity while multiplying impact. Impact measured by peace is success that sleeps well. The old urgency will feel unfamiliar because it no longer lives here. You are governed by calm direction now. Calm direction reaches destinations without collateral damage. Type Amen to get blessing 9595.